Hello, all. Since I can't be with you in person and do this presentation on the Church Center app and our new online giving platform as part of our post-service time, I've decided we're going to just do it online here on YouTube so that you can gain a little bit of familiarity with both the Church Center app, online giving option, and also we're going to be talking about YouVersion today. So all three of those things are going to be here in our presentation. So hopefully as you are at home and as you're trying to stay safe from getting sick, we can find new ways of interacting and take some time to learn some new things. So the Church Center app really is something that we'll be trying to figure out how to use more often at our church in the future. There's lots of great options here. We're still working on how to implement them all. YouVersion, of course, you can use from home, and online giving is all the more important as we are in a situation where we're not going to be together in person for a little while. And the ministry of the church goes on in terms of continuing to connect with people and continuing to reach out. And this actually is an interesting opportunity because a lot of the regularly scheduled meetings aren't happening, but it gives us opportunities to think about ministry in new and creative ways. And prepare for ministry for the rest of this year. So I'm looking forward to sharing this with you and teaching you a little bit about it. So step one, of course, is to download the application. So on the right-hand side here, you've got a screenshot from my phone. I went into my my Apple Play or Apple App Store and searched for Church Center. You can also find it on the Google Play Store, and it'll show that little symbol that you see there, the little church with blue, a couple shades of blue and green. And I, of course, have already downloaded it, but you'll have a download option. So go ahead and do that to start. Now that I've downloaded it, the screen's cut off at the bottom a bit, but you can see my home screen, and then I flip over to the last one because it usually downloads in the last spot here, and there it is, Church Center. So go ahead and find that. And then, of course, the first time you're going to use the app, you're going to see this nice little loading symbol. It'll start to fill in and go around, and you'll be invited to put in your phone number. Now we've uploaded your phone numbers and some basic directory information. So when you log in and you input your phone number, it should link you directly to your information, and it will also verify that this is your phone number. So you'll receive a text message to your phone number asking you to input that code so that they can make sure you are the person you say you are. So take a minute to do that, put in the code, and then it will, again, connect you to the information available right now. So once you do that, you'll be asked to select either before that or right after. You'll be asked to select from a variety of churches. Since we're one of the newer churches in our area using this app, you'll see Middleville Christian Reformed Church probably near the top of the list, but if you don't, just scroll until you find that. And then when you do, this screen on the left here is the one that you'll see first. So it's got our logo, a little bit of information about us. If you scroll down, you'll see our map of where we're located, and there's some links so you can call through the app, email, our website. And then again, because the screen's cut off here at the bottom, this little symbol here that's lit up at the moment, that is the home button. Then there's give, groups, check-in, and events. Those are the 5 things that you should see along the bottom. So go ahead and click on the groups icon. See it's lit up here if you see my cursor. So here are the groups that currently have up. Now, most of you won't be able to see these elder and deacon groups since those are closed groups. I am in both of those, so I can see them. But that will be your groups page. Then again, you can, so these are my groups. These are the groups that I'm a part of already. So I've joined these groups. So over here on the next screen, you'll be able to see some descriptions like, hey, house gathering is a key aspect of our church community. They generally meet 3 to 4 times a month. And if you click on the little arrow on the side, you can get some more information. Again, post-service groups, seasonal groups, and then it will give you some more information. So if you click the post-service group button, you'll see a couple of different options there. Now, I'm going to be updating all this. Some of this is a little behind because, again, we're just working on figuring out all these options and trying to figure out how we can implement using them. So not everything is currently up to date because when I started fiddling around with this, when a couple of other people in the church started working on this, it was a few months ago. So, so go ahead and check those things out. Just see what you find there. Now, if you click, let's say if you click on the alpha, click on there, you would see a bunch of upcoming events that are listed out here. Now, we didn't end up having this alpha didn't end up having enough folks for it, which means we're redoubling our efforts to reach out to our community this fall after this whole coronavirus thing passes over. So actually it worked out quite well because I know a number of churches that have had to unfortunately cancel their alpha events. So you would see things like this where all the upcoming events are available. The subscribe button here would give you access that put them on your calendar and whatnot. Now, if you go back, then you can see here there's a check-in option. So Becky and I, and I'll explain this later, but we're in the same household. We're together here, so I can check either of us into these events and say, hey, I'm planning to be there, or I will be there. So you can select the person and then click that next button and they'll check in. So that's to get us checked into the alpha events that are going on. But then if you go over to the bottom, that's the check-in option. And then if you go over on the bottom to events page, right now we don't have any events set up. There's nothing there at the moment. But this would be a potential to use for various events at our church that would be, not just a group that meets regularly, but say a special thing like, hey, I'm planning to come to the spring cleanup, or I'm planning to come to the Gems and Cadets dinner, some options like that. Again, just trying to figure out how much we're going to be trying all these different things out. All right, so you can do online giving through the app, through our website, and actually there's a spot where I have it set up in the YouVersion events, but let's just take a look here a minute at doing this through the app. So wherever you do it, you can give by credit card, debit card, or bank transfer, which is listed as ACH. Now, it's important to know that there is a flat fee plus a percentage fee of 2.2% for debit and credit cards. So if you're going to be giving regularly through the app, that starts to add up. It is cheaper for you or for us as a church for us to do the bank transfers, because the bank transfer, the ACH, there's only a flat fee of 25 cents for each bank transfer. Now, they do take longer. The credit or debit cards process very quickly. The bank transfers take a few days. So there's a consideration there. But Becky and I have this set up to do a regular transfer, bank transfer. You'll kind of see that as we go forward. And we found it to be really helpful, easy and straightforward. When we put in our bank information, it linked in straight away. You select your bank and your information, then it tags that in and saves it so that whenever you want to give from that, you just select it again and select the amount you want to give. So, for instance, in the app, in the Church Center app, if you go to that Give button, it's kind of funny. It looks like a dollar bill with a heart in it. You can see it down here at the bottom. You can go ahead and put in an amount. So, type 50, get 50 here. You click the next button, and then it'll give you a couple options. So right now, you can select general fund, or if you click that little arrow, there's a drop down right here. Drop down, it'll say also building fund. And then you can select this frequency button. So one time now, or you can select it as a reoccurring gift. And if you do that, then it will ask you on the next screen when you want to give it, how often you want to give it, all that sort of stuff. So now, because I have already put in my bank information, the payment method automatically comes up as what I've already put in. So it says ACH there, and I've blocked out my information. But you can select that drop-down menu, choose bank or credit card or debit, and then if it's your first time through, it will be asking you to put in that information. Now, down here at the bottom, there's this little circle, and it says cover the 25-cent processing fee. So again, for ACH transfers, there's a one-time 25-cent processing fee for each transfer you make. Now, if you don't click that button, then the 25 cents comes out of the 50. So in actuality, you would be giving to the church $49.75 because the 25 cents is coming out of that. Now, if you click this button, cover the 25-cent processing fee, then it will add 25 cents to your donation to cover that cost. So the real amount you do give is $50. Now, again, if you select credit or debit card, that fee is going to be higher. There'll be the one-time fee, and then the percentage fee, the processing fee and the percentage fee. So, again, that is up to you. If you want to cover that, to add that into your donation, or if you want to just say, you know what, I want to give $50 and I'll let that processing fee come out of the $50 donation. So once you've given, and you're like, I want to look back at my account. I want to figure some stuff out, or I want to add information to my account. Maybe you've set up a reoccurring gift, as I have, and you say, okay, I want to go in and edit that. So you can do all of this kind of account management stuff from the button up here at the top. You see I've added my profile picture, so you can see a little picture of me up at the top there. And you just go ahead and click on that, and that will get you into all that next step. So here, the first screen that you'll find is this account information. So you can see my profile picture, Becky's profile picture, some appearance stuff. You can actually require Touch ID, at least on my phone. I don't know, you'll have to kind of see if that's an option for your phone, but for instance, I could secure this app so that the only time it's available, or I can use it, or anyone can give, is if I put my thumb on my little pad here and it identifies me. So if I click on the arrow next to my household, then you'll see this portion pop up. So it's got me, it's got Becky. We're the only two people in our household. Now, if let's say you clicked on that and you were not linked with members of your own household, you can click that Contact Us button. Again, I've been spending some time on this, getting all these details sorted out, but it would be amazing if you all would be willing to add some information or make those connections. Again, you can click on your button. So if I clicked Robert here, then it'll jump me over to this screen. So it gives my name. Okay, I'm associated with Middleville Christian Reformed Church. I can look at my giving. I can look at events that I've registered for. I can click on groups that I'm a part of. Down here at the bottom, there's the payment method. So I've got my bank account linked up there. And then I can also add a bank account, or if I keep scrolling down, I can add a debit or credit card to my account as ways to give. But let's say I click on Robert Van Zanen up here to go to the next screen. So here, I've got my profile information, my mobile phone number, my work phone number, work email, personal email. If I scroll down, I've got address information. I've put in that I'm a male, that my birthday, I'm married, my anniversary, all that sort of information. It's super handy for us to have that. Right now, we have a list of everyone's directory information, including anniversaries and things like that, birthdays that we use to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and that sort of thing in the bulletin. Great way for people to connect. As many of you know, there are folks in our church who will give you a call on your birthday and sing for you. So it's a great way for us to stay in touch, to connect with one another. So your profile will likely already have some of this information. It might have a phone number. It might have an email address. It'll probably have your address, but all the rest of the information, like gender, birthday, marital status, anniversary, I have not gotten around to putting all of that information in, so I would encourage you to take some time to do that. Now, you can, once you are connected in households, you can edit the information of the other people in your household. So let's say you've got kids, you can update their information. In fact, you can see here, grade and school. So this would be another really helpful thing to have in there. If you can put in your child's grade and which school they're at. I have added some options for our local schools. Not all of them are available at the moment, but there are a few. And that would just be really helpful as we try to, as we keep track of what all is going on and where people should be at. So it would be lovely if you'd be willing to add some of that information. So don't forget to click the update button at the end to update that. And also adding a profile picture would be just helpful to connect with everyone. And there will be the option, we're looking at in the future as we do directory information updates. If everyone had their profile picture updated, it'd be a really easy, straightforward way to create our next directory. Because that's one of the features that you can run out of this. Okay, so let's say the app's not really your thing. You want to just give online, and actually there's a few other options when you give online through our website. You can, when you go to our website, now there'll be a couple other things that'll pop up because of what all's going on. We have a new watch online button over here on the edge, but you can click this give button. And yes, before anyone comments about it, I keep open way too many tabs on a regular basis. So I already know. So if you click that Give button, it'll shoot you to this page, Give Online. There's just some little icons here to help us think about why we give. These are from a great pamphlet that one of the pastors who I've gotten to know from Florida, he put together. We're actually working as deacons on putting something very similar together based on that material. So that will hopefully be coming out in the near future. But, as we think about this online giving, you can look at those, and then you click this Give Now button down here. Now that will pull up this page. So it looks very similar to what it looked like in the app. So again, you can put in the amount, and then you can select the fund. You can add a donation. So let's say you wanted to give to the general fund a certain amount of money, and you wanted to give to the building fund. Currently, those are the only two options, a certain amount of money. So you could select actually both of those accounts and designate how much money you wanted to give to each one. Frequency, email, first and last name, continue. Oops, sorry, I went backwards. And then you'll be able to go and send that. So again, because I have not put in my information, it does not have my little icon up here at the top yet. But once you do input that information, your profile picture or your little avatar person will pop up at the top. So the important thing is that you make sure you see our logo at the top. If you don't see our logo at the top, something went wrong. So, and again, you can edit Give Online, groups, registrations, all that sort of information here. So, YouVersion app. Let's take a look at this. So one of the things that we've been doing for a few months now is creating YouVersion App EVENTS. So whenever we have a worship service, you can go to YouVersion and find kind of a digital bulletin. So again, let's start from the beginning. You can download the app using Play Store or Apple Store, and it will look like this little Holy Bible. And again, I've downloaded it, so it just says open, but you'll have a download option. It's free. You can see it here. I've got a couple of notifications, which is that little red spot. And this on the left is what your original first screen will look like. And I created this at the beginning of the year, so it says 4 days in the app this year. And again, it's cut off at the bottom, but there's a home, a read, plans, search, and more down at the bottom. There's always a verse of the day, and this is something we're really encouraging you to consider as we as a church together try to, be together in this time. Like if we're all reading the same verses and reflecting on Scripture together, that would be great. And again, we can do reading plans together, Bible studies together through this. So, this middle screen is just scrolling down a little bit on the For You home screen. Now again, if I click my little, I put Scout here, our dog. So if you click on Scout, then I get to my profile. You can see I've been using this since 2018. And you can click on all the different things. Notes, as you're reading Scripture, you can take notes. You can save some of the images that pop up. There's badges, friends, all that sort of stuff. So great way to keep track of all that's going on there. Now, if I click this community, so up here at the top, For You, that's where I started on the home page. But if I click the community button, then I can see who I'm friends with. So, hey, I just started to be friends with this person. Oh, guess what? 2 of my friends just became friends on YouVersion. And the friends feature is really helpful because it allows you to then do Bible studies together, to do reading plans together. So, you'll get you'll be able to accept friend requests. I've got a bunch of friends here. And then on this side, we've clicked a button. We've clicked this down here, this check mark, which says plans underneath it. And at the time that I took this screenshot, I was doing this Names of Jesus for Advent plan with some people, and I'd been invited to God's Dream for Your Life plan. So you can accept that invitation or decline. There's plans that I've looked at here, other reading plans. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of plans here. I've done 6 different reading plans. Those are all complete there. So again, home, read, plans. Plans is the tab that we're in on the right-hand side. So if you click that, if you click down here into the read portion, it looks like a little Bible. It will just start you off. And this button up here, it says Genesis 1. If I click Genesis 1, I'll get a drop-down menu of all the books of the Bible. I can select the book of the Bible I'm interested in reading. Then it will give me chapters, and then I can select the chapter. Now, one of the great things about this is you can also select your version, but this button here, it has that little play symbol. If you click that button, I can't click it because this is a slideshow, but if you click that play button, then a narrator will read the passage to you. So this is a super nice feature. It will actually just kind of move the text as it goes. You can listen along, read along with it. I have been doing dishes and just click the read button and listen to scripture as I do dishes or as I work around the house on different things. So great option there. So then finally, if you go down to the bottom, on the far right-hand side at the bottom of the screen is the More option, the 3 little lines. If you click that, then you get verse of the day, videos, events, share, help, about, language settings, all these sorts of extra things. But we're going to focus on this one, events, right here. It's got the little map drop pin icon here. So click on the events button, and then that will bring you to this screen. So in my case, I was over here in downtown when I took this screenshot. I can't remember if I was at the coffee shop or at the co-working space, but either way, here I am. And hey, look, there's a little red pin at our church. So you can select here down at the bottom. It says, oh, hey, Middleville CRC. At this time, it was the Bible, Understanding the Old Testament Narratives. That was the event that was going on that Sunday. Now, events are discoverable 5 days before they take place, if you are within a certain distance. So you will be able to see them. For the most part, if you're in the area, you'll be able to see the event, and you can click on it. And then it looks like this, the center icon here. So I try to always have like a picture associated with it, then a little bit of information here, and you can click save. So so you can save the event once it starts. So actually, you have to wait till the event starts and you can save it. But you also share it here at the bottom with people. Then let's take a look at that. So once you start scrolling down, you can follow along with the service. So there's a little welcome. There's our church information here. You can click the little button for the morning's offerings. You can also do the giving online thing here. And if you keep scrolling down, it has the Bible passage. It's got a place for notes. It's got our website. Lots of different connections there to be made. So that's our, not exactly brief, but that's the overview of the Church Center app. the online giving and the YouVersion app. And I hope that this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I can help sort out any of those to the best of my ability. All right, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for watching. And again, I hope this was helpful in learning a little bit about what the online giving, the Church Center app, the YouVersion app, and our website look like. All right, talk to you soon in our next video. Bye.